So how about if we start in a comfortable seat? You can be elevated on a block or on a bolster. Ideally, your knees would be just a little lower than your hips to start opening those hips. And then very consciously anchor your seat. And as you inhale, imagine you're lengthening your spine, trying to add a little extra space between each of the little bones that make up your spine. And let that inhale travel all the way up through the neck, the long neck, and draw the top of the head up. And then as you inhale next, bring the shoulders up kind of close to the ears and then rotate them back so that you've got a little more width across that front of the chest with the shoulders moving back a bit. And if your hands aren't already resting on your thighs, rest them there. You can keep the palms up if you'd like that to signify how receptive you are this morning to the benefits of your practice. Or you can press the fingertips down, and keeping them in place, draw the elbows back to accentuate that opening across the heart space. And then we'll spend some time in our comfortable seat, connecting with our breath. Noticing each inhale and exhale. Slowly evening out the length of the inhale to the length of the exhale. And if eyes are closed, you can flutter them open. And let's make our way to our tabletop. Always moving carefully to make sure that we're not vulnerable to losing our balance. Move into your tabletop, grabbing any props you need. Let's start with 3 rounds of cow and cat. Making sure that wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are hip distance apart. We'll inhale into our cow and exhale into our modified cat. Avoiding rounding the back excessively. And one more. Inhaling. And then exhaling. And let's show some love to our wrists now. So turn the right fingertips towards that long side of your mat. Then gently rock forward and backwards. So take this slowly to make sure it feels okay. And after a few times of rocking back and forth, flip the hand back so the fingertips of the right hand point towards the top of the mat. And then bring weight into the right hand so you can lift the left hand and turn the left fingertips towards that long side of the mat on the left side. And then just like on the other side, we'll rock forwards and backwards. I'm going to flip the hand back facing forward, and now we'll take that right hand, shift weight into the left, and turn the right fingertips towards the knees. Really conservatively here. When you add that movement and make sure it feels okay, nothing should hurt here.
No.
Flip the hand, fingertips towards the top of the mat. When you're ready, shift weight into the right hand and move the left fingertips toward the left knee, adding that movement in. Rocking gently forward and backwards. And then return the hands to the starting position. And now we'll try one more wrist stretch. We're going to flip the right hand so that we come down onto the top of the hand. That means you're on the end of your radius and you're on at the wrist. So be careful here as you add in that gentle movement.
Oh, okay.
And then flip the right hand back, the right fingertips to the top of the mat, and then do that with the left hand. So left fingertips towards the left knee, on that wrist, gentle rocking motion. And then return the hands to the starting position and we'll walk them forward, probably about 6 inches. And on the inhale, come forward and begin circles. And it doesn't matter which direction you start in, but really wide hip circles. Let's do 5 in each direction. And then when you're done, we'll meet in our tabletop and let's move into our extended child's pose. So bring those knees to the long side of the mat and sink the seat back so that the glutes meet the heels. Walk the arms forward. Forehead can rest on your mat. Three more breaths. Inhale, come into your tabletop, curl the toes under, press up and back. Down dog, walk the dog out. And then find stillness, lowering those heels behind you, moving the chest towards the thighs, rotating the eyes to the elbows in. On the inhale, lower that left heel, raise the right leg behind you. Bend the right knee and bring the right heel towards the left glute. Try to keep the right shoulder down. And then start to make some circles. Probably 3 in each direction would work nicely this morning. And when you're done, you can lengthen the right leg out behind you. Bring it down to your dog and press back. 3 breaths. And then the next inhale, that right heel lowers, left leg lifts. Bend the left knee, left heel towards the right glute. Keep the left shoulder down. 3 circles in each direction with that knee. Then we'll lengthen the left leg. Lower the heel down and press back to your dog. And then lower the knees down. Let's give those arms a rest. Come into your regular child's pose. Let the arms come to your sides. On the inhale, back to your tabletop, curl toes under, back to your jog. Inhale up on toes, exhale soften knees, look forward, and walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, flat back, exhale and lower, and inhale, all the way up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose, 3 sun breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, folding. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose, 2nd sun breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hold. Inhale as you come up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose, last sun breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, finding length. Exhale and lowering. And inhale. All the way up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose, moving into our A's. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant a hand. Step back with the right foot, followed by the left. You can always lower your knees. Press back through the heels, lift the thighs. And we'll lower the knees. Back to a child's pose. You inhale, keeping the nose close to the mat. Find yourself in your cobra and stay there. 3 breaths. Press into the tops of the feet, move the shoulders back. When you're ready for an exhale, press back into your dog. Inhale, up on toes. Exhale, knees soften. We walk those feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and lower. And inhale, coming up. Hand to the heart. Mountain pose. 1 more A. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower. Stepping left foot back, followed by the right. Nice strong plank. With the knees up, with the knees down. Long spine here. And lower the knees. Back to child's pose. Inhaling, keeping the nose close to the mat. 3 breaths in your cobra. Next exhale, we press back into our dog. And then inhale on toes, exhale, softening knees, bringing the feet up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and lower, feet together, knees bent. Utkatasana, chair pose. Lift weight into your heels, lift the toes. Adding in a bead, hands to the heart. Exhale and lower. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, planting hands. Stepping the right foot back, followed by the left. Go through a flow. Pick whatever flow works for you. Inhaling, Cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog, lowering left heel. Raising the right leg behind, bending the right knee as you bring the right foot forward. Coming into your Virabhadrasana 1. Holding here. 10 breaths. Plenty of time to check your alignment. Press into the outside left foot. Right knee heading to the outside of the right foot. Maybe arms back, framing the ears. Hips lined up with the top of your mat. Next exhale, we'll bring the hands back down to the mat. Step the right foot back. Pick a flow. Into dog. Lowering the right heel. Raising the left leg behind. Bending the knee as you move that left knee forward. Finding your warrior 1. Again, plenty of time to check your alignment. Thighs should be working in opposite directions. Exhale, windmill those hands back down. Step the left foot back into your plank. Go through a flow. Exhaling into dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, back to your plank. Vashisthasana, side plank. Move the right hand to the middle of the mat. Come into your version of side plank. Right knee lifted or right knee on the mat. Lifting hips, reaching the left arm up. Lowering with control, moving left hand to the chest, and then to replace the right hand, pivoting onto the outside of the left foot. Pulling up with that right hand to raise the left hip. Right hand to the chest, then the right hand comes down. Back to your plank. Go through a flow. Exhaling into dog. 5 breaths. Next inhale, lower that left heel, raise the right leg behind, and bending the right knee, bring the right foot forward outside of the right hand into your lizard pose. You might want to stay here. Begin rocking forward and backwards, continuing that, or you can lower that left knee and come down, and I've shown you this before, but just to remind you, you can bring those forearms down onto the mat, but you can also use a modification. This feels really good to me. I bring the palms together, settle in. When we come out of it, you'll want to carefully move your props out of the way before you curl the left toes under and step the right foot back, and then move back into your dog for 5 breaths. And then we'll take that lizard to the other side. As we inhale, we lower the right heel, raise the left leg behind, bring that left knee forward, stepping the left foot outside of the left hand. And again, we'll all start by gently rocking forward and backward, and then choosing to continue that while we're in this pose, or maybe lowering the right knee, and with or without props, coming down onto our forearms and settling in for 10 breaths. Nice, even inhales and exhales. As we come out, we're careful here, especially if we use props. Moving them out of the way, curling the right toes under, stepping the left foot back, and back into your dog. Inhaling on your toes, exhale, bending the knees, walking the feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and lower, feet together, knees bent. Into your Utkatasana as you come up. Now we'll move into our twist here. Feel free to grab a block if you'd like to place it between your thighs. We're going to inhale, lengthening through the side body, lifting as we twist and open to that left side, keeping those knees even. So trying to keep the right knee from coming in front of the left, and pressing palms into each other. Inhale back to the center. Take 3 breaths. And then take it to the other side. Inhaling, lengthening, and opening to the right side. Keeping the left knee from coming in front of the right. Keeping the right shoulder back. Inhale back to center. And then exhale. Lower hands down to the mat. Heel toe your feet to the edges of the mat. Toes pointing out. And then when you're ready, bending the knees so you can lower down into your squatting pose. Lower the hands down, press into the mat as you straighten the legs. Heel toe them back together. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale and lower. Inhale coming up. Hands to the heart. Tadasana, settle in here, 5 breaths. Pressing into all 4 corners of your feet. Shoulders away from ears, down your back, top of the head, pulling up to the sky. Let's move into a high lunge. Inhale, stepping the right foot back. Bending that left knee as much as you're comfortable, keeping the knee in line with the ankle. Maybe arms can frame the ears. Exhale, open to the left side, gaze back to the left hand. Inhale, back to the high lunge. And then exhale, hands come down, frame that left foot, move the right foot back a bit, keep the right hand down on the mat, and inhale and open to the left side. Exhale, lower that left hand. Spring forward with that right foot into a fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, one lower. And inhale, reverse swan dive. Coming up. Hands to the heart. And back to your Tadasana for 5 breaths. Taking that high lunge back with the left foot. Take it slow. Remember, this is strength and balance combined. Fingers spread wide to really activate the arms. Next exhale, arms parallel the mat, right hand reaches for the back of your mat, left hand for the top of your mat. Open to that right side and your gaze moves to the right hand. On the inhale, come back, high lunge, and then exhale, let the hands come down to the mat. You might want to move the left foot back a bit. Left hand stays on the mat. And we open to the right side, reaching the right arm up. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Prepare, ready to spring off of that left foot. Step the left foot forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, coming up. Hands to the heart. Mountain pose and recover for 5 breaths. Notice those inhales and exhales. And then get ready for our balance pose. We'll do 2 this morning, starting with our tree. When you're ready, shift weight into that left leg. Raise the right knee, maybe start with hands at the heart, and then choose to keep the hands there, or you can reach them up.
Oops.
Yeah, I fell out this morning too. When you're ready, release. Try to do it with control. Hands coming back to the heart, raising the right knee, lowering that right foot down, and walking it out. Getting ready, taking the tree to the other side, shifting weight into the right leg. Raising the left knee and finding your tree. You might find one side is different than the other. Trying to come out of the pose with control, and then walking it out. And then our second balance pose is going to be our eagle pose. Starting in your mountain pose, inhale, open arms to a T. Exhale, right arm under left, bringing palms together. Raising elbows up to shoulder height, pressing those elbows away as you move the shoulders back. And then inhaling, raising the right leg, and coming into your eagle pose, bending those knees a little. The right toes can be wrapped behind the left calf, or they can be in contact with your mat. Inhaling, unwind, and come back to Tadasana. 3 breaths here. Next, inhale, arms out. The left arm under right, setting up your arms first. Getting those elbows up to shoulder height, pressing them away, shoulders back. And then when you're ready, switching weight into the right foot, lifting that left knee, and finding your eagle. Keeping those knees bent a little bit. Inhale, release the pose, and come back to your mountain. Inhale, arms out to the side and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower the hands. Step the right foot back, followed by the left. Into your plank, bending elbows, keeping them close to your ribs as you slowly, with control, lower down and come into your Sphinx pose. So your forearms are on the mat, fingers spread wide, elbows are under your shoulders, legs come together, press into the tops of your feet. Draw the elbows back. They stay in position, but there's a little resistance there, so you pull the elbows back as you move the chest forward. Long neck here. So imagine you're lengthening from the waist through the toes, and then in the opposite direction, from the waist through the top of the head. Release the pose. Come on down. Let the elbows go to the edges of the mat. Left hand on top or right. Right cheek. rests on top of that left hand. And then we'll bend the right knee and move it out to the right side. Half a frog here. Let's bring that right leg back in towards the left. Switch the hand so the right hand is on top of the left. Switch the cheek so the left cheek is now in contact with the top of the right hand. And then we'll bend the left knee and move it out to the side. Bring the left knee in and bring the hands now so they're under the shoulders with the elbows bent, and press up into a cobra. Press into the tops of the feet, glue legs together. And then slowly release and gently roll over. Come onto your back. And we'll move into our inversion. It's our nice gentle waterfall. Sending the legs up, flexing the feet. Legs in line with the hips. Everything's beginning to slow now. Arms rest by your sides. And we'll come into fish from here. So start to point your toes. Keep the legs parallel and with control. Take your time and bring the legs down to the mat, and then press up onto your elbows. Draw the toes towards your mat and let your head fall back behind you. And then lower everything down. We'll bend the knees and bring the heels in close to the seat. Keep arms by your sides, 3 moving bridges. Inhale, pressing into your feet and lifting your seat, keeping those thighs and knees parallel. And on the exhale, letting everything come down. On the inhale, pressing up. On the exhale, lowering. And on the inhale, coming up, and let's hold it here for 10. When you're ready, we'll lower everything down and we'll move our feet to the edges of our mat, let our knees knock together. Right hand to the belly and left hand to the chest. Let your arms come back and rest by your sides, and we'll finish off in our Supta Baddha Konasana. So you bring the soles of the feet together with the knees out to the edges of your mat. Your choice where your heels are, whether your heels are in closer to your seat or a little farther away. And yogi's choice too with your arms. You can rest them both on your belly. And go back to the position of one hand on your belly and one on your chest. Or maybe you'll inhale arms overhead and hold on to opposite elbows. And then when you're ready, you can stay in your Supta Baddha Konasana for your Shavasana, or you can let the legs fall to the outside of your mat. Arms can rest by your sides, palms facing up. Eyes closed or soft. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your toes. Let your head fall to one side. And then the other. Keep leg long, reach arms overhead, whole body stretch. When you're ready, come onto your side, bending those knees, and then finding yourself in a comfortable seat. Hands to the heart. Dip your chin towards your chest. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Thank you for your practice this morning and celebrating the divine spark that's in each and every one of us. Namaste.